What do you think the watershed moment will be, George? What do you think has to happen that hasn't yet?
I'll tell you exactly what needs to happen. David Grush needs to come out of hiding and these secret fucking congressional, activities and be the hero he was sent out to be, okay? He can't disappear into insignificancy and self-censorship. Let me know what you guys think personally. This is gonna be a good one today. Watch till the end. Yo.
Fucking degenerate. Check this shit out.
I don't know what the big answers are. Like you, Chris, I'm not expecting to meet aliens. I don't believe in aliens. I was attracted to this story because of the paper trail of documents, memos, reports that were shared within the Department of Defense and CIA and other agencies before the Freedom of Information Act became the law.
So there's this clip in this video where George Knapp says he does not believe in aliens, but it's been taken out of context quite a bit actually. People taking that and just saying he does not believe in it, book closed, case over, right? But it's taken really out of context because he was like speaking to it in the sense that he does not necessarily believe in aliens, but all the evidence points towards that, right? So that is the actual truth, and we should make people aware of that. So recent news in ufology, right, is that the Wall Street Journal released that article, and Ross is pissed, okay? The whole community is in a bit of a panic. So, like, this is clearly like to get people off the case of the government about this UFOs. And people are pissed. Like Ross called this like the poorest fucking disinformation effort on the American people, and he was talking about laws that says you cannot do that and it's illegal of the government to do that, and it's just getting really real, okay? And then we got some people sharing pictures of fetuses and calling it aliens on fucking X, okay? Jesus Christ.
George, when you are looking at the state of play right now, do you believe we've made progress? And what's your biggest question going forward?
Well, we have made progress since that New York Times story 2017. Congress has shown it's interested in the topic after being hands-off for more than 50 years. Major media at least dabbled in it for a while, now have pulled back. The academic community has come forward. Some people have stepped forward bravely and said, we want to look into this. So yeah, there's progress being made. But, the keepers of the secrets, the folks who are manipulated this topic for almost 80 years now, are better at their job, I would dare say, than you and I and Jeremy are at ours. They have a lot of tools at their disposal. We've seen some of it come out in the last couple of days in national media accounts that muddy the waters, that confuse the public. They've admitted what we've all known for a long time, that they've lied to the American public, that they've lied to Congress. Now we know they've lied to their own military personnel, made up stories, propaganda. It's disgraceful. But now a lot of it is out in the open, so I would call that progress.
So this is very true that we're in a bit of a stagnation within the UFO topic, right, with considering progress. But I do think it is really significant how far we've come with progress. I mean, congressional hearings, that's always been a thing, but not to this level and this level of public interest. I think something is going to happen, and I think it's going to be a little more unexpected than just happen now, like so many people want. And this includes me. I really want this disclosure to happen and the truth out there. I think it's extremely stupid that it's so classified and top secret, and that we can't know the nature of our reality, which should be a fundamental right. But check this out.
What is your best reckoning of who we're up against and what they're about?
It's a combination of Department of Defense folks, intelligence agencies, defense contractors. I think it's probably a small group of the people that really know what's going on. And even they probably don't know the big picture. Jeremy and I have been pretty far up the food chain over the years, me even longer than him. And I have never met anyone who really knows the true story. I've run into a lot of people whose job it is to confuse the public, to muddy the waters, to slip out propaganda, as we've seen over the past couple of days and over many years. I don't know what the big answers are. Like you, Chris, I'm not expecting to meet aliens. I don't believe in aliens. I was attracted to this story because of the paper trail of documents, memos, reports that were shared within the Department of Defense and CIA and other agencies before the Freedom of Information Act became the law. And in those reports, it shows they were saying, hey, this is real. It's not imaginary. It's not fictitious. It's real. It's not us. It's from somewhere else. We need to figure it out because there are national security issues involved. 1953, the Robertson panel gets together for CIA. They spend 6 hours over 2 days looking at UFO evidence, and they decide UFOs are not a threat to national security, but the reporting of UFOs is a threat. And we need to strip it of its aura of mystery. We need to debunk it. We need to use ridicule. And that's pretty much been the policy of the U.S. government ever since. And it ticks me off. It's what got me hooked on the topic. They're telling the public one thing. They're saying something behind closed doors to themselves that is far different. And it makes me angry.
And that's really the thing, right? Because it benefits the US government if the population is, at ease, when they're not worried, when they don't think they're being lied to. But now they know they're being lied to. And because that's the, thinking of the government, keep the people, chilled out, they speak the truth behind closed doors and just, it's fine, everything's working out great in public. So that's why people really believe that behind closed doors, these things are the truth. And it completely checks out and makes sense logically to why that would be the fact, right?
George, what do we need to know?
Well, one thing we know is they're never going to give this up. I mean, it's pretty clear. These recent reports that have been issued by AARO and now the repeated media statements by the former AARO staffers, there's nothing to it. There's no information. There's no proof. It's stuff that we made up. It's disinformation that we spread out there. We created the story about Area 51. We created the story about nukes being disabled. That's all us. All the technology that people have been seeing in the skies around the world on every culture, every continent, throughout human history, that's us. It's preposterous. It's ridiculous. There's no way we could ever accept it. But AARO has made it clear they're not going to give this up. They're not even giving it up to Congress. I admire the people who've been pushing the ball down the field in Congress, but they've been manipulated on this topic as well. There's always something more pressing for members of Congress, for the public, a job, your mortgage payment, your family, bills for Congress. There's Ukraine, there's Gaza, there's the stuff in LA that's unfolding right now. Always something more pressing than UFOs. So the people who tell these lies get away with it.
Now that is really fair, actually, because there's been so much shit happening over the last few months. There's not been a point where it's not like, oh shit, right? World War III is pretty much breaking out right now. If you've been on Twitter, Jesus Christ, right? There's just trending hashtags World War III. Fucking Keemstar is posting World War III, bait for people to interact with this shit. I don't know if it's bait, but it's shit is getting real between Israel and Iran. So I will be covering shit like that too if that's wanted. So let me know down below.
What would be the 3 things that you would want answers to?
I'd like to know ultimately where they're from and what their intentions are regarding us. Are they interested in us? Where they're from? Are they interested in us or the planet more than us? Number 2 is, why the secrecy? I mean, I could see it in 1947. We just come out of World War II. The world's a mess. Do you need to share that with the public and tell them there's another intelligence more advanced than us? Well, why the secrecy now, though? Number 3, if the technology is being tested in secret in some hangar somewhere, what do we need to get it done? Can we ever master it? And are the national security implications legit? Because there is a race for this technology. Us, the Russians, the Chinese, maybe the Israelis. How do we ever separate the UFO technology from national security concerns that would allow some president to step up to a microphone and say, we've been lying to you, here's the truth?
What can you add to that, Jay?
I just would have one question. What made you look beyond your orders and not follow your oath? What made you do this? Keep this from the American public? What is so scary to you that you are holding this back from the American public and hurting people's lives? That's what I really want to know. It's more of a human question about the secrecy of UFOs. I'm done with it. The American public's done with it, and I hope we crack this egg as soon as possible.
There's got to be a whistleblower who comes forward with a piece of something or some video evidence, something irrefutable, or it has to be them, whoever they are, wherever they're from. I mean, they're the real architects of the secrecy. Wherever they're from, they've been here a long time. They could make themselves known in some irrefutable kind of a demonstration. They haven't done it. We get little glimpses, little bits and pieces, a look here, a look there, but they started the secrecy, and our government is happy to exploit it.
Guys, mark my words, right? This thing's gonna blow open real soon. Subscribe, notifications on.
Tiffany Stone 5th, I'm performing with the glitz. All the glitz up on the wrist. Waterfall, not the drip. Montage with a bip. Massage with a hip. Hit the ground with a pick. Whole computer catch a glitch. They say I remind them of Rich. Richard Porter with the chips. Looking like a quarter lick. You a hater, just admit. You niggas be on one like Rick.